Hi, people. Sorry, I have a cold, so my voice would sound a little kind of way. Now, I, I mean, this is. I saw a video online of a preacher, a very famous preacher, who was talking about the fact that parents should pray for kind children. That parents should pray for kind children. And if you have a son, you don't have a child. If you have a daughter, you don't have a child. But pray for kind children. Sorry, I'm just trying to not the exact words, but the conclusion is that pray for kind children. Now, this is where my reservation, or this is why I'm doing this video. While I believe that you should pray for your children, you cannot just wake up and start praying that your children should be kind. You have to teach your children kindness. You have to teach your children. If you have not taught your children how to be kind, don't waste your time praying. Don't think that you will just wake up and start praying and your children will be kind. It doesn't work like that. You have to teach a child. You have to direct a child, show a child lifestyle. And therefore, you must teach a child. Let me just give you a little example. You have children in your space, and in that space, you have other people's children who you call your domestic, your nannies, whatever it is, which by all standards have been stated to be wrong. And you maltreat, and you treat a fellow human being without dignity. You treat the fellow human being below standards. What are you teaching that child in your space? You have a child in your space, you're inhumane. Your humanity is lost. You are something else. You are animalistic in behavior. And you have children, and tomorrow you wake up and you pray that those children should be kind. No, those children will mirror the behavior they have seen you manifest over the years. It's not rocket science. It's not something to fast and pray about. You should teach your children kindness. You should have little standing rules. You should have this conversation with your children. Let me tell you, the founder of psychoanalysis, Sigmund Freud, I read his works here and there. He spoke about the ID, the ego, and the superego. I'll take you back to the ID, which is present in every human being. Instinctive, gratification, animalistic. You want it now. Even though he pegged an age on it. Yes, there's that part of you. Hedonism, you want to please yourself. You want to be extreme with the things you want. Then there's the ego, that is conscious. That is conscious, that can be formed, that can be taught, which serves as the mediator between the ID and the superego, which speaks of morals and all of that. See, I think we should go and read. We should go and read this thing. We should learn. Listen, you want your children to be kind, teach them. I like to use some of the little things that I do in my house. In my house, let me tell you, I have told my children that you must build a bond. You must love yourselves. While I teach them, I also pray and say, let my children love themselves. Let them build a bond that is a firm foundation and support for one another. It is prohibited in my house that if all of you go out, you go to school, for example, another person is making a joke of your sister, you follow that person and laugh. It doesn't happen. You come to my house and you say that there are consequences. It doesn't happen. Uphold yourself, my children. Teach your children to uphold themselves, to love themselves. And you don't necessarily have to tell your children, love me as mommy, love me as daddy. When you teach them the act of loving, the act of empathizing, the act of being kind, do you know you are teaching them, you are sowing seeds for yourself in your older age, because they grow up with the character of loving, sharing, empathizing, being kind, being responsible for family. Teach your children, don't share family business outside. It's not just say they are children will talk carelessly. Don't take these things for granted. You know what I mean? Teach your children kindness. Beyond, it is not, don't just wake up and start praying. Yes, you're praying, however you are praying. But do the work. Do the work. Teach your children kindness. Teach your children to share. Teach your children to be concerned about one another. Let them understand the fundamental that there is nothing outside. Family is a firm foundation, depending on how you play it. Build a community of children that love themselves, that are mindful of themselves. And don't sit down and begin to pray that your children should be kind when you have not done the work. You yourself, be kind to people around you. Be kind to people around you. Your children will see you. Be grateful. Your children will learn gratefulness from you. I don't know if I've explained myself quite explicitly, but yes, the message has been passed.